So it is sort of like a hierarchy. It's a hierarchy, right? And at the very top, you would have what? Higher.
The Pope.
Maybe. The big G. What would be under God? Are you taping this?
Yes.
Cool.
Sorry.
The king or queen, right? So, well, actually, no. There's one more. What's between God and like royalty? So this is the highest on planet Earth. What else is sort of up in the heavens?
The sun.
Yes, the sun highest. What's next? So since the king in the Anglican Church, the king is sort of a representative of God. Yeah. Evan? Just take a guess.
I'm not sure if it was. Wait, was it England? The Anglican Church is the place.
The Church of England?
Yeah. So,
Yeah, like ministers, holy people. Yeah, that'd be right. What's the main difference between this and sort of what the Europe had been living in up until this point? Anthony? What would replace this?
that.
The Pope, right? It's sort of the closest person to that. Royalty, ministers, and then you have like maybe like, politicians or something like that. Let's keep going on. So,
Nobility.
yeah, nobility. I would fit that into this sort of, bracket. And then you go further down and you have like your sort of common laborers and playwrights probably. They would be below all of these people. Okay, so you have like laborers. I always purposefully spell things using the British spellings.
Just put an extra use to choose.
Yeah. Scrabble doesn't, that's, well, I'm a words with friends person. They don't let you do that always. Alright, and then you get to like, okay, so you get to the lowest of the humans, right? Maybe like your servants or something like that. And then, what's next? Rats are a little bit even further down, right? Maybe like a horse. Horse is pretty high up, I think, right? They all like the nobility, like riding their thoroughbred horses, something like that. And then you have your rats, okay? And this is where, it comes into play with Romeo and Juliet. That Romeo talks about how there's like flies that get to hang out with Juliet and Verona, but he doesn't. So that also reflects the Elizabethan worldview. You're nodding your head, Alondra. You remember talking about that? Or?
Well, I remember when the Great Crisis, or everyone had their cliches,
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's
separate.
he's a cat. Prince of cats. But yeah, in I think it's Acts 5 or Acts 4, somewhere in there. Romeo talks about how all the flies get to hang out with Juliet. So these super lowly creatures that are way lower than he is on the Elizabethan worldview. It's like, that's not right. I'm like, kind of out here. I'm from a rich family, right? So, okay. So horses, rats, and then we get down to bugs. Okay. And then there's like, below bugs, there's like bugs that eat dead flesh, right? And then there's like dead flesh. And then there's like the devil, or something like that. So, yeah. So there's not, it's just this idea that it's a very like hierarchical model, the Elizabethan worldview, okay? And you see it throughout Hamlet. So keep that in mind, that this was the world that Shakespeare was living in, was what was being expressed. Does this make sense? Okay, so let's go back